one of the things that happens when we take certain vitamins or we take certain herbs, and sometimes we don't experience the same effect. And the reason why some of us don't experience the same effect is because your body is so toxic, that is so acidic, that the herb or whatever vitamin that you're trying to take can't do its job. It doesn't get to the cells. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Leadership with Glassstein. I'm trying to get the lighting right around here. But before I get Mitzi on the line, I'd like to just thank everyone for joining the conversation tonight. We got an incredible guest that's going to be giving us some secrets to health and vitality, and helping us to not only to grow stronger and healthier, but to look younger too. I mean, our guest is just simply amazing, and I love her dearly, and we're building a relationship, a working relationship together, and I hope to have her as my friend for a very long time. That's why I do these. I love doing interviews because it gives me an opportunity to build a rapport with people, and just because I find people in general just fascinating. Their lives are so rich with stories and a lot of things that could benefit myself, and I just want to share that with you, my audience. And I thank you guys for joining me tonight, because you could have been doing anything else, but you are here tonight on Leadership with Glassstein, and I thank you. And press that share button and share this with other folks and tell them to join, and go ahead and press that like button for me, if you please. And I'm also giving away a free Think and Grow Rich book. If you haven't heard of Think and Grow Rich, please crawl from under that rock and understand that this is the best, one of the best books on leadership that I think, aside from the good book, the Bible, this is one of the best leadership books that I've ever read. So go ahead. The person who give me the best comment that's relevant to what I'm speaking about on the video, I will get in contact with you. I'll DM you and send you that Think and Grow Rich via Amazon. All right. So we got all that housekeeping stuff out of the way. Now, let me just get to it. Let me just get to you. Mitzi, let me get her on the line right now. Let's see if this thing works. Okay. Trish, I see you, girl. Thank you for joining. Juniper, thank you for joining. Live Free Media, I see you, man. I see you. I'm doing great, brother. Thank you for joining. Missy, you're all dark, so you probably have to change your camera a little bit. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh, man. Okay. We can. Oh, okay. Now we can see you. Yeah. Okay. Now we can see you. Oh, wow. Oh, you look lovely tonight.
Oh, man. Thank you.
Really appreciate you being coming and joining us tonight. I mean, and this was almost last minute, y'all. I mean, yes. Because I didn't contact. I promised her that I would contact her on Monday, and I just totally dropped the ball on that. And she was gracious enough to still honor me with tonight. So really thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate you. Yeah, let's go in. I just want to just, for the audience, for those that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself, and you can go into your story if you choose to.
Okay, well, I'm Missy Edwards, even though Mitney is my IG name. And the reason why it's Mitney is because that's what my grandma used to call me. She refused to call me Missy. So that's how I got Mitney.
Missy sounds too sassy.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not having it. So what got me on my health journey actually was my mom. So I'm really grateful for her. So she started me along the path. But what really catapulted me into my health was the fact that I got diagnosed with cancer.
Mm.
I was diagnosed with cancer over 6 years ago. I had cancer on my uterus, and it spread from my uterus and it went to my ovaries.
Mm.
And as a result of that, I realized I needed to do something serious with my health. And from that point, I was on a mission to eat as healthy as I can because I want to live. I eat to live now because that's how important life is for me. And I didn't have radiation or chemo. So I just had the surgery and that's it. And the rest is history. And I've been cancer free ever since.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. You know, one of the things that I want to ask is, what were you eating before, and was that eating type of regimen, did that contribute to you having cancer or attracting cancer?
Yes, I was eating a lot of fast food. I mean,
Mm.
I love pizza, so I would probably say I probably ate pizza once a week, and I can eat one meat at the time. I could eat one medium pizza all by myself.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
And
was eating a lot of
wh-
fast food.
when you say pizza, were you eating this like once a week or twice a week or?
At least once a week. That's my favorite. I love pizza.
Mm. And the doctors told you that it was your eating habits that helped you contract this cancerous in your uterus.
Yeah, they said it was that, and I also believe it was probably all the stress that was going on in my life too,
Hmm.
because stress breaks down your immune system.
Oh wow! Oh wow! So that oh wow! 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 And this is what they told you.
Yes.
I'm trying, and the reason why I'm kind of like fidgeting is because I'm trying to figure out why is there an echo during this live for some reason.
You want me to hold my phone? Would that help?
No, I don't know if it's you because every time I speak, it's an echo. Every time you speak, I don't hear it. So
Okay.
bring your phone closer. Let me see if it still does it or.
Okay. I have it. I'm holding it now.
Okay. So,
Does it
okay.
work?
Yeah. Hold on.
It is?
Testing. Okay. Now you're echoing for some reason. No. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. 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 We just gonna have to go with it because it happens. I mean, this is just a technical thing. I mean,
yes.
it's okay. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
All
We
right.
got this. We
All
got
right. All right.
this.
All right. All right. So you're eating pizza once a week,
Yes.
and after, like, when did this happen? I know we talked about it, but could you tell our audience when did this start happening? What type of symptoms were you getting to understand that you're sick, and when did you go to the hospital? Give us some details around that.
Well, not to just get too personal because but my monthly cycle started getting super heavy and I didn't understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was going to, we're adults, right? So I was going to super pads because it was like an overnight pads because I was bleeding so much that it
Right.
was so draining and I didn't understand like, well, why am I bleeding so much? So I did my wellness check, my female wellness check, and they said that I had cancer. And when I got the news, I was devastated, of course, because for me, cancer was a death sentence.
For everyone.
Yeah, it was a death sentence for me. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. I don't know how I contracted this. Why is this happening to me? But actually, it's actually been a blessing.
Mm. How so?
It caused me to eat healthy. And as a result of eating healthy, people around me eat healthy. One of the things that when people come to my house, there's always something healthy to eat. I can make you a smoothie, a salad. it's always going to be something healthy because I walk the talk and I live it. I don't play around anymore when it comes to my health. Like I said, I eat to live. I want to live.
What about those people that are saying, okay, she had to, contract cancer to start eating healthy, because eating healthy can be a challenge, right? Especially if you're eating like pizza and stuff like that, you love fast foods. I mean, the whole eating healthy thing just doesn't seem like it's something that's real to us, and so we take it for granted. And plus, it's hard. Once you once you start tasting that pizza, man, it's hard to go back.
Oh, absolutely.
So how do you if someone is relatively healthy and they're still on pizza and everything, how do they get to that healthy eating diet? How do you prepare mentally to go into that diet? How do you psych yourself out?
Well, this is one thing I strongly suggest. Anyone trying to change their eating or their diet is you should start with a food journal, because you need to see what you're putting in your body. Because you need to see, for example, some of us have things that we have pride and joy in, like it can be your gold coins or your nice shoes. You're going to keep that polish. You're going to keep it protected. The same thing needs to be done with our bodies. What we put in our bodies, we need to make sure we're putting good stuff in it. Just same way we would take care of our hobbies or our gold coins or anything. We need to do the same thing with what we put in our bodies. So it's okay to eat pizza, but I would say do it in moderation, but increase the fruits and vegetables in your life. Add a salad. You don't have to eat the whole pizza like I did. Like I said, I ate the whole pizza and it was so good, but I can't be eating the whole pizza anymore. So
don't eat that whole pizza, man.
No.
Pizza will kill you.
Yes, it will. It will.
All right, so I want to dig into this, because sometimes and listen, guys, we're not giving medical advice here. We're just letting you know what Missy has gone through in her journey. So I just want to hear the part when you said that you told the doctor that you were not going to go have any chemotherapy. You're not going to do any radiation, anything like that. You're just going to establish a healthy meal plan, and you're going to heal yourself. I want to hear that part. I want to hear how that conversation went.
Well, just to put it straight out there, they thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
They thought I was crazy. You're like, wait a minute. We're the medical advisors. We're the doctors. We know what's best for you. You don't know what's best for you. You need to be taking chemo and radiation. We strongly suggest you take it and not do this other stuff on the side. But I proved them wrong, because after that, I had to be checked every 3 months. I said, well, we'll keep checking me every 3 months to see how things are going. And every time I would go, no cancer, no cancer. They were like, keep doing what you're doing. I said, okay, I'm eating healthy. That's what I'm doing.
So how did they eliminate the cancer initially? How did you go through some sort of operation?
Yeah, I had to cut out. I had surgery. I had a radical hysterectomy, which caused me around 41 to go straight into menopause.
Wow.
So yeah. And I'm in menopause. I don't take no hormones, no nothing. I don't do anything. Yeah. And my skin is glowing. I'm healthy because I eat healthy.
And all of this is attributed to diet. I mean, like, I heard a quote that said that make food your medicine. And you seem to embody that quote.
Yes, it's a couple of factors, but for sure your diet, but it's also your mindset. You got to get that mindset right for eating healthy. Okay, so it's your mindset, your diet. Of course, you got to exercise, prayer, meditation. It's a combination of things.
And what type of exercises were you doing when you were going through that remission period, like that initial remission period? I want to go into the time that you said to the doctors, you said, okay, I'm not doing this chemotherapy, I'm not doing radiation. You go home and you like, okay, I'm going to start this eating plan. And so walk us through that.
Okay, so my eating plan, well, for my exercise, I walk all the time. Like, I'm a big person who believes in walking, and I believe walking in nature is so good for you. So hiking, so you get the fresh air and the vitamin D from the sun. So with my diet, I started doing a lot of juicing. When I first started, I started doing a lot of juicing and eating salads. That was kind of like my core thing to do, because the reason why I was doing juicing and salads, because I wanted to build my body back up. So I wanted to put the right nutrients back into my body. So I was constantly with salads, you name it, cabbage, cauliflower, all the good healthy vegetables that you can get out there. My favorite, Brussels sprouts. Like, I was doing it on a regular basis. And sometimes the salad was like, oh, it doesn't taste good. But you know what? I started changing my mindset. Every time I would take a bite, I'm like, ooh, this is so good. This is so yummy. Because I had to get my mind on board with eating right. Because remember, I was eating other stuff that was so delicious. Fruits and vegetables wasn't like delicious to me, I'll be honest. Right. But as I was eating, I kept saying to myself, this is so delicious. I'm healing my body. This is the best thing for me. So that was like my mantra, like, this is good for my body.
And so did you go and get cookbooks? Did you talk to a nutritionist? You know, what else did you start eating? I mean, because I know initially you started out with salads because you didn't know any better. You're like, yes, okay, salads have to be healthy and I have to eat some fruits. But later on, you got more sophisticated. Let us know about that.
Yes. So what I did is, my friend is a herbalist. My friend Crystal Nix is a herbalist. So she got me to do a 45-day raw diet. So, and I could share later the book, but we started following this book. She was just like my cheerleader besides my mom and my family. She was like my other cheerleader, and she had me do this raw diet. And through that raw diet, I was able to get all these recipes. This book had a wealth of recipes on what to do to eat raw and healthy, and they were delicious. They're so delicious, and I can definitely post that later. The book, yes, that was instrumental in me expanding beyond the salads and beyond the fruit juices. And also, I'm not a vegan. I'm a pescatarian, means I eat fish, but I eat a lot of vegan food. I go to a lot of vegan restaurants too, to expand my palate.
Hey, that's one of the reasons. One of the things that I had a challenge with is when I was doing the whole vegan thing for a couple of months. It was hard for me to find restaurants. How do you find vegan restaurants? I mean, do you just go on the internet and type in vegan restaurants and kind of hope that they're good by reading the reviews, or how do you find them?
I believe it's happycow.net. It's a net.
Cow?
Happycow.net, I believe it is. And they have a whole bunch of vegan places all over the world that you can go. And I live in the LA area, and there's so many vegan places around here. I mean, there's so many.
Hey, that's the West Coast. You guys are.
Yeah.
That's all you guys do. Exercise.
There's no shortage of vegan places. Yeah. And also here, since I live in California, there's a lot of restaurants that have vegan options now. Okay. Because they are catering to people with different diet restrictions. So I can pretty much go to any restaurant now, for the most part, and find a vegan type of meal to eat.
So you don't worry about the cross contamination with, if the skillet if they have fried pork you know, just a few minutes ago, and then they dump it. You know,
No, I
so
am
you don't
not
worry
an
about that.
extreme. No, I'm not extreme. No, no. If I'm not worried, then don't eat out.
How many times? How many times a week do you eat out?
I would say probably twice.
Okay.
Probably twice a week.
Okay.
Probably twice a
Okay.
week.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I would, I
Yeah.
would, and that's just recent, right? You probably was, initially, you probably was just so scared to eat anything bad. You probably just cooked your own meals,
Oh
for a
yeah,
couple of
because I
years.
wanted, yes, because I wanted to control what I was putting in my body.
Okay. Now let's get to your favorite meal, and why is that your favorite meal? And also, I want to understand, why did you keep fish?
Because I mean, there's no rhyme or reason for the fish, to be honest. I just love tuna. I'm not willing to give it up. I have given up milk, I've given up dairy, but I love tuna. I really do. I love the taste of it. So that's why I haven't given up fish. And I love salmon and I love sushi. So
Wow. So you
yeah.
still eat all of that stuff?
Yeah, I still eat that. Yeah. But everything in moderation. I don't eat sushi. I mean, the last time I had some meat was probably 3 weeks ago.
And that's meat, meaning fish.
Meaning fish. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I don't see fish as meat.
Oh, okay.
I love me some fish.
Okay. Well,
I grew up on fish.
okay. Well, for people who are vegans and they consider that like, an animal. So
Yeah, I know.
but
But I'm going to still, I'm gonna still eat it though.
me too. And there's nothing wrong. I'm not here to judge anyone, and I'm not here to tell you what to eat or what not to eat. What I'm here to do is encourage you to eat healthier, and by choosing to eat more fruits and vegetables for your body. That's what my whole motto is just encouraging people to do better.
What about has eating kind of helped you with this whole quarantine, business? Has it kind of helped you to kind of keep your mind more focused, and do you experience more clarity even though that we're quarantined, because of your eating habits?
Yes, and you know what? I'm gonna share a couple of things that I do so people can see. Like,
Yeah.
this is one of Harataki. This is one of the things that I started doing once the COVID started. Harataki, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
And this gives you clarity. I mean, it's high in vitamin C. It helps boost the immune system. So I started taking that. Also, I have a couple other things that I do.
And it really works.
Oh, it really works. I mean, it really works. It works. And one thing about me is I'm going to try it, and I've been taking this Harataki for almost a month now.
Okay.
And it works. It works.
Okay.
One thing about
now tell us, how do you take it? How do you take the Harataki?
Okay, so I do two different ways. One is I put some water in my mouth and I put my teaspoon in my mouth and just drink it. Because I'm going to admit, I'm just going to be honest, it does not taste good at all, but it's good for you.
Okay.
It does not taste good at all.
Okay.
And then sometimes I make it at night. I'll put it in some water and a little bit of almond milk with a little bit of agave and mix it up so it can take away the taste. And that's my midnight drink before going to bed.
Okay. All right, cool. And it's good for what? Clarity?
It's for clarity. It's high in vitamin C. I heard this, and I don't know if it's true, but it's from India, and one of the India type gurus were saying that it puts extra oxygen in your body. So it gives you energy, which I can attest to. I mean, during this whole COVID, I was almost feeling like slumped over a little bit down because of what was going on. I wasn't able to work out at the gym. I started taking this Harataki, and I had a lot of energy. So it was giving me the energy that I needed to either fight off or whatever was going on in the atmosphere.
I want to say this to the audience, that's to the family that's out there. is that one of the things that happens when we take certain vitamins or we take certain herbs, and sometimes we don't experience the same effect. And the reason why some of us don't experience the same effect is because your body is so toxic, that is so acidic, that the herb or whatever vitamin that you're trying to take can't do its job. It doesn't get to the cells. It's like
Right.
the cells repels it before it gets there, because they're trying to heal themselves, or it's a whole science to this thing. And when you start studying cells and their different components of the cells, you start understanding that the cell is just like you. It's a living entity. It's like another body.
Yes.
It may be small, but it has a nucleus. It's heart. It has a mitochondria. Its engine. It has somewhere where it distributes waste, and it can think. It knows its partner cells. It knows where similar cells are to come together. And what cancer is a bunch of confused cells. That's what cancer is. They're confused. They don't know whether they're an arm or leg cell or heart cell or a lung cell, and they just form together. They're just like, hey, let's just come together. That's what cancer is. It's confused cells. So my point is, so when you take these things, make sure you do some sort of cleanse before you start taking these herbs and stuff. Just especially your liver. Buy a great liver cleanser. Go to your nutritionist or go to your doctor and just ask them, hey, what's a good liver cleanse that I can use? And then after you cleanse your colon, after you go to the woods and cleanse your colon, then you can take the vitamins or the herbs, and you'll see better results. Trust me, I learned this the hard way. Go ahead, Miss. You was going to say something?
And you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that, because before I started taking this Harataki, which is my newest supplement that I take, something told me to do a colon cleanse. Mm-hmm. So I was doing a colon cleanse. I did it for 21 days. Mm-hmm. It was a mild colon cleanse. So that's why I was able to do it for 21 days, because I was eating high fibrous foods to, just clean out my colon. So I was doing it. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I did do that prior to taking the Harataki, which is why it probably has this great effect on me. Mm-hmm. Because something told me to, hey, do a 21-day detox and start with your colon, and which I'm glad I did, because with all this stuff happening, that's like your immune system. Your colon is like your immune system. This is where, so for you to clean that out, then you can start putting in this healthy stuff. Yeah. So thanks for bringing that out. Yes.
Yeah, because a lot of people will take something and they'll be like, it doesn't work. Of course.
Oh, yes.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
We're going to flush right out of them really quick. And they were like,
Yeah. So I noticed you got that moringa.
Yes.
Let's go to that one.
This is my other, well, let's see, let me turn it around. This is my other go-to superfood, antioxidant, another thing that helps with anti-inflammatory oxidants. Most of the stuff I take are like superfoods, anything that's going to help for inflammation, anything that's going to, it's also good for your brain as well, gives you energy. I pretty much do that on a regular basis. I do that in the morning. This is like my go-to.
So is it some sort of brand? Because I know they have a bunch of moringas out there. Is there a specific brand that you take versus another brand? I mean, what do you think about the brands? Is it pill form? Because that looks like a powder.
Yeah, so I always take a powder. I like the powder better, and I usually stick with this brand. I mean, but you can stick with any brand you want, but this is like my go-to. Can you see it?
It says, I see the name, but what's the brand?
Let's see here. Miracle Tree.
Miracle Tree.
Yeah,
And
miracle tree.
and you can get that at any GNC or anything, right?
I don't know if you can get it at any. I get it at Sprouts. Sprouts is like my favorite store. So I don't know if you have Sprouts anywhere else, but that's where I mainly do all my shopping.
I
Is
think
at
that's
Sprouts.
comparable to our Whole Foods.
Yes, or Whole Foods. Yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely look for that. Okay, give us some more. Do you take any multivitamins at all, or?
Not really, but let me show you a couple of things, other things that I take.
Okay.
So this is TJ Clark. I take this. This is a minerals. So I take that because what I've noticed over the years, especially with eating my vegetables, my salads don't make me. Before, when I used to eat salads, I can literally feel the vibration in my body as I was eating. But I noticed, like, over the last couple of years, I don't get that same sensation. And it's because the soil, it doesn't get a chance to really rest and replenish itself. So a lot of the stuff that we're taking doesn't have all the minerals that we need for our bodies. So this is why I take this. This is it's and it's a liquid form, and I take it practically every day. I also, can I keep showing what I do?
Yeah.
Okay. So also a big fan of sea moss. And everyone, sea moss is pretty big right now. You can see a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of stuff. I started taking sea moss probably 3 months ago. And I've seen tremendous benefits from taking it. This gives me energy as well. Like, all the stuff I take is giving me energy. It helps with inflammation. It boosts my immune system. So when this whole thing came about, I wasn't too concerned because I knew my immune system was pretty strong, because I'm always doing something to keep my immune system strong, because that, with the whole cancer thing, my immune system was compromised. So I'm constantly doing stuff that's going to help my immune system stay strong.
What about that sea moss? How do you take it?
Okay, so I wash it really good, and then I soak it overnight for like 24 hours, and then I boil it.
The whole pack?
Yeah, the whole thing. I do the whole thing.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna make a big jar of it. Okay. So I wash all the sand off of it, and I wash it really, really good, and then I soak it in spring water overnight for 24 hours, and then I personally boiled it just a little bit. And then I blend it, and I put limes in it, and then it's ready to go. And then I put it in my smoothie. I put it in, if I'm drinking coffee or tea, I put it in my tea. Like, it doesn't really have a taste to it, but it's good for you.
So you make kind of like a half a gallon or a gallon, and you just refrigerate it afterwards or something?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
and it lasts a long time. It lasts like 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay, so it don't lose its mineral properties because you refrigerated it and taking it in and out of the refrigerator.
No.
Okay.
And the key. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the key thing is I put the lime in it to kind of take away from the sea-like taste. So I put the lime to give it a
seaweed type of taste.
Right. Yeah. So you can relate. You've tried it.
I've tried basically everything. And,
okay, good. That's what you gotta do. You can try different things.
I've come to a point where, like you said, you had to condition your palate. Like like teas and everything. I've come to a point where I can't even drink tea with sugar.
Nice.
because it's just my taste buds just don't. It just doesn't fit. I can't taste the tea because people used to tell me, "Oh, I don't drink tea with sugar because I can't taste the tea." I'm like, I can't. I would never eat tea without sugar. I would have to have some honey at least. And they're like, "Well, you'll learn one day." And I learned that tea does taste good without the sugar, without the honey, just regular hot tea. It has a flavor to it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm doing is I'm drinking a lot of teas. But the sea moss The reason why I stopped the sea moss is because I was like, man, there's a lot of hype on this thing. Because usually when there's a lot of hype on this thing, it's like, I'm like, it probably doesn't work because there's too much hype. I mean, because everyone is talking about sea moss.
Yes, everyone is.
I mean, you can't go. I mean, see, you would think that sea moss cures all the diseases on the planet because everyone's talking about it. Just type in sea moss in YouTube and you'll see what I'm talking about, guys.
Yes, yes.
Someone said, what about black coffee?
Well, I drink black coffee, and I don't need any sugar in my coffee.
Okay.
But I do drink coffee, but
Yeah,
I don't drink coffee that much, but there's nothing wrong with coffee in terms of my belief. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. Do what's best for you. But I drink coffee, and I can drink it black. If it's too bitter for me, let me pull out my other little secret thing that I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Monk fruit.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, yeah. That's my other secret.
Don't they have it also in the can?
They have it. I don't know if they have it in the cans, but they have it in little packets. They have it in little packets too.
Okay. Does that replace sugar?
Yes. Yes. Is a healthier form.
Does it leave an aftertaste?
No. No.
Does it taste good?
Yes.
You can't tell that it's monk fruit.
No, you can't. To me, it tastes really good. I mean, but once again, it goes back to your palate. Okay. I mean, my palate is not everybody can drink black coffee without any sugar or cream. Some people I gotta, it's your palate.
I can't drink black coffee. I can't drink coffee at all without that. I can't drink coffee. That stuff is nasty to me, but to each his own.
Right, to each his own. I mean, but like I said, if it's too bitter for me, I will, this was my go-to in terms of any sugar.
Okay, that's it. Monk fruit.
Yes,
okay.
monk.
All right, yeah, keep going. Keep showing us your stuff. Yeah.
Okay, here's my other thing. Okay, for since I'm a young lady, I'm going to say young lady, and and I went into menopause. This is really good. It's called, can you see it?
Maca product.
Yeah, it's good for your libido. So, yeah. I wanted to throw that out there because,
I know the guys taking notes on that. They're like, maca fruit powder. Okay.
Well, they said sea moss, the same thing. To be honest, what got me, a whole bunch of guys got me in on sea moss. Okay. And the reason why the guys got me on sea moss is because they kept saying, I'm taking it for their, their libido or whatever you call it for them. And I was like, okay. I said, if it's good for them, then it has to be good for me. Right. So, but it doesn't have the same effect for me as it does for the men. So, but that's just me. It could be for other women, but for me, it doesn't. But it does definitely gives me energy.
Yes, and all the guys out there, we need that energy.
Yes, Chris said it's good for men too. You got it. Yes, Mecca and sea moss.
Make sure you guys take that.
Yes.
Maca is maca powder. Is maca powder and what else?
Sea moss.
And sea moss. Make sure you guys take that stuff, man. Especially during quarantine.
Keep it in your arsenal.
Especially during quarantine.
Yes.
Okay, what else you got, Missy? What else you got for us?
Okay. So let me share a little bit about the oils that I use.
Yeah, we need that.
Okay, so I use avocado oil.
Okay. And
I use grapeseed oil. And I also utilize olive oils. Those are and sesame seed oils. Those are only oils that I use.
So let me ask you this, because I've been meaning to ask someone this. They say that even if you use the best type of oils, but if you cook them under a certain temperature, the oil becomes bad. I mean, Do you find that to be true for you?
Not for me, because that's, I guess, yes and no, because that's why I use the avocado oil a lot, because it works well under heat.
Okay.
It doesn't, that's why I use the avocado oil mainly for cooking, and sesame oil, seed oil, because it really does help you. It doesn't really break down like the other oils do with heat.
Okay.
So that's why I use that. But when I cook, just to throw it out there, when I cook my vegetables, I'm not trying to, make them well done. I'm trying to make them a little, crispy still. I'm not trying to kill them.
You know how we like our vegetables.
Yeah.
We
get still have a little crunch to it. No. Yes.
They come out soft.
No, I gotta have a little crunch to it still. I mean, you're not trying to kill it.
I remember my friends. You see, they was eating. We was at a function at work, and they was like, "I can't eat these carrots. They're too hard." I'm like, because they're not cooked all the way, man. They're not supposed to be cooked all the way. You cook them too much, you lose all the nutrients out of it. It's no good. It's dead. It's dead food.
Right.
But they if you look at some of the cooking channels, they have, when they cook the vegetables, they might put a little bit of avocado oil in there.
Yes.
But what they do is, when they're cooking the vegetables, they add a whole spoonful of butter because they got to get the flavor.
The flavor.
And then they throw in, the garlic salt, the onion salt, and you ruin the whole thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it tastes good.
It tastes good. Yeah, but you can use garlic, the whole garlic, or an onion. And I'm speaking of like seasonings, like I use my sea salt is like my go-to. The Celtic sea salt is like my go-to for seasoning.
Why Celtic? Why Celtic? Why not the pink one?
Well, I use pink. I use both. Sorry, okay. I use both because they have the essential. I use both of them, and because they have the essential minerals. So like everything I'm doing is always going to be, there's a purpose, and the purpose is because it has minerals in it. So that's why I take it. But in terms of seasonings, like oregano is good, basil is good. Of course, pepper, thyme. I use a lot of cayenne pepper, especially on my salads sometimes. I'll put a little bit of cayenne pepper just to give it a kick.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's so many different things that you can do to kind of season your food without putting all these other salts in it.
Do you use any type of Indian herbs? I'm just drawing a blank on some of the herbs that the Indians have.
Turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yes, yeah, I do that a lot. And harataki is definitely, Mm-hmm.
It's so you can put it in food, so you can cook with it and all that stuff.
Yeah, you can put a little bit in your food sometimes too. Yes.
Yeah, I use a lot of turmeric, and there's another one I think it's called cumin or some type of
cumin.
Cumin.
Yes.
Cumin. So I use those two in combinations. I use that a lot for flavor and everything. Yes. And I use the pink Himalaya salt. And guys, if you guys are using white regular salt, stop using that. It is killing you. It is killing you. Let me tell you, when you're using that white salt, what it does is those white salts are little crystals. And those little crystals, when they go inside of your arteries and your veins, they are making these little slits. They are cutting you. That's how sensitive your arteries are. That's how sensitive your veins are. And when they cut, the body has to produce what they call that stuff again? Cholesterol to go and repair. So that's why your cholesterol are higher when you eat that white table salt. Do not eat that white table salt. It's literally killing you. That's why you see there's a whole movement of going from that table salt to pink Himalayan salt to Celtic salt, and there's another other type of salt that they say that's good also, that vegans use and everything. But if you're still on that table salt, stop using it. If you go in a restaurant, you see that salt on that table, don't use that salt. Don't use that salt. It is not good for you.
Yes.
Yeah, Regina said turmeric and cumin is the bomb, so she likes that.
Yes, it is.
And she said she used the sea salt from Trader Joe's.
Nice. Oh, let me tell you another one of my secrets that I do with the turmeric. So it's called, I believe they call it like the golden milk. And I use some almond milk and some turmeric with some black pepper. And it's supposed to help you with inflammation. And it really does. And I put a little bit of either agave or the monk fruit. And it's supposed to help with inflammation, but it also helps you sleep.
So that's like almond milk.
Yeah, you can use almond milk, turmeric,
and black pepper.
And black pepper.
Woo.
And I use a little bit of agave or monk fruit, and I'll drink that as another one of my midnight drinks. Because even though I haven't talked about it a lot, but I work out a lot. I believe in fitness, and sometimes I overdo it, and I'm in pain, like I'm sore. So I'll take that. They call it golden milk or something like that. I'll drink that, and boy, I can feel my body just like it starts working on my body. I can feel the pain just go away.
You know, one of the things that we talk about working out, right now, I'm sure you're probably working out outdoors now.
Yes.
And you're probably going through the same thing that I'm going through, that it's not as fun as going to the gym. It's funny how we take things for granted. We like, oh, we like going to the gym. Now we want to go to the gym.
Yes.
You know, so now two questions. I got two questions are for you.
Thanks, Trish. Yes.
What are you doing right now for exercise? And when they finally open, are you going to immediately go back?
Okay, so what I do right now, so I got two things. I'm an avid believer of walking. Walking. And I also have like a mini gym at home. So I lift weights. I have kettlebells. My mom is bringing me a weight right now.
Your mom is there? Oh,
my mom is there. My mom's like, I have my weights and my kettlebell. Oh, my mom is bringing the weights. She's like, I have weights.
Oh,
like,
man. What's that? Is that a 50?
No, it's only 10.
Hey, that's the old school. That's the old school weights.
Hey, we have to go old school. I mean,
okay.
I mean, I had to go old school because with this whole thing, I mean, I wasn't expecting my gym to shut down, but I had already had this stuff. This is stuff I already had.
Right.
So and I also watch videos, YouTube videos of working. But my number one go-to, and I'm gonna always be an avid believer, is I always walk. At least 30 minutes a day, I walk.
Okay.
Yes.
But what's the exercise that's getting you so sore?
I do a lot of squats.
Okay.
Squats and lunges. Squats and lunges get you sore. If you're serious about it. If you're serious about it and you're doing it right, yeah, you'll be sore.
Man, that's one of the things that I admire about women. They have a powerful lower body. I mean, they will be on that Stairmaster all day. I even tried it. I'm like, man, how do they stay on this Stairmaster so long?
Right.
I'm like, wow. I mean, you know, they could do lunges for like, you know, an hour straight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I've done my 3 sets. That's it. I'm done.
Tap out.
I'll stick to my little push-ups.
Yes. And yeah.
But
and Regina, she does push-ups too. The wall push-ups are good too. Yes.
Trying to focus more on my upper body. But I love the elliptical. Yeah. Jermaine says that the squats are no joke.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Regina said, right? It looked like 50 pounds. It looked like 50
I know
pounds.
it did.
Well, see, that's those old school cement weights right there, man.
Yes, yes.
they might say 10, but they're really 50 in the real world, you know.
Well, it's like 5 on each, so it's 10 on each side, so maybe about 20.
The reason why it looked like a 50-pound, because when you're on video, it looked like it was huge.
Like, yeah, and this is only 5 pounds.
and the thing that was the more amazing is that your mom brought it to you.
Yeah, my mom brought it to me.
She probably gave it to you with one arm.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. Yeah.
Regina said, yeah, it looked like Jermaine said kettlebells are in crazy demand. I tried to find some kettlebells, but I couldn't get them, ladies and gentlemen. They are all sold out. I couldn't even get the only thing that I probably could get was like a 10-pounder, and that doesn't do anything for me. So
wow.
So when all this is over, I am buying the 20s all the way to the 35 kettlebells. I'm going to have them on deck.
Yes, you should.
Just in case they decide to have another pandemic, I'll be ready. But
yes.
let me ask you this. I got to get the second question answered.
Okay, yes, I'm ready for that second question.
Everybody's waiting for this answer. Are you going back to the gym as soon as it opens?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I want to go back to the gym. I love working out. I love being around like-minded people. I like being around my gym family. So yes, I'm going to go back.
So are you going to go back? Like, I mean, they might require a mask. Are you going to be working out with your mask on, or how are you planning to do that?
And you know what? To be honest, it's going to be really hard to work out with your mask. So I don't really know how that's going to work. But what came to my mind is I've seen guys, and I don't know if anybody can relate to this. I've seen guys wear like those oxygen masks at the gym. I wouldn't mind investing in something like that if we have to wear something, you know, over our mouths. But I really don't know. It's gonna be really hard to do some serious working out with a mask on.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna be hard. I mean, because you need that oxygen. The oxygen needs to be getting to those muscles. I mean, that we're trying to build. So I don't know how that's gonna work.
So let me ask you this. It might sound like a joking question, but I'm serious because I heard some people say this. Are you going to bring your own can of Lysol to the gym when you get there?
You know what? The thought didn't even cross my mind. I mean, you know what's so funny? I'm not a germphobe. You know, like even now. I mean, I do have my Germ-X in my car, but you know what? I don't know. I'm just not. I wasn't a germphobe before before this whole thing. So I don't know. I just really don't know. I don't know, because I feel like I'd be feeding into all this stuff. I'm just saying. I mean, this is my own personal opinion.
Hey, go ahead. For the audience that's out there, go ahead and put go or no go to the gym, because I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys are going to go back to the gym as soon as it opens. I'm interested to know who's going, who's not going. Go if you're going, put GO. If you're not going to go as soon as possible or as soon as they open, just put no go. I want to know.
Now, put go for me.
Yeah.
I set it off.
Yeah. All right. Trish says not immediately. Regina said no go. Gonna give it a minute. Jermaine says go.
I'm gonna say no. I mean, it's too each no.
Says no. Oh man. I mean, it's kind of
I gotta go. I mean, I want to go back to my gym, and I know my gym membership is with 24-hour fitness, and they said they're gonna try to do their best to like clean. Hey, you know what? I don't know. I love the gym. I love working out. So yeah, that's gonna be a tough one.
Hey, I'll say this, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna just say this one comment, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Yulindi says, I have 3 or 4 babies. I don't need no Zumba. Okay.
Yeah, you have a lot.
she has her work cut out for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna say this and I'm just gonna leave it alone. But I want you guys to realize that for the past 2 weeks or a week and a half, there's no coronavirus. Okay, I'm gonna just leave that alone.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm not touching that.
I'm gonna just leave that alone. All right, I'm gonna just leave that alone. All right.
Hey,
So,
hey.
so what? As far as drinks and refreshments, because some of us want, we want to drink, we want something that tastes good, we want, we want. I mean, we want to be healthy, but sometimes we want to get a soda or something, or some sort of drink. Just what do you do for that? What do you drink for that tastes good?
Well, I drink Hansen sodas. That's like my natural soda. So I
It's
drink
called
that
Henson.
at Hansen, Hansen
Okay.
sodas. I wish I had one to show as an example, but I don't. Also, I became a big fan of kombucha. No,
Oh, yeah,
kombucha.
yeah, yeah. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that one.
Oh yeah, kombucha. And then with water, everyone needs to be drinking your water, but you can put fruits in there to make it taste good, to give it a taste. You can put some watermelon in there. You can put some cucumber, some orange to kind of change it up. I do occasionally drink red wine, but not on a regular basis.
Okay.
So, and then of course you have your fruit juices. I mean, I do smoothies all the time. Today I actually did a smoothie with grapes, pineapples, um, strawberries, and blueberries.
Okay.
That was
All
like
right.
my smoothie.
All right, guys. So, in essence, there's no drink that's like soda. There's nothing like soda.
No, that's why I have the Henson.
you got
Sorry.
to You got to go for the kombucha.
Yeah.
Get the plain one so you can add some fruits to it.
Right.
Hey, Missy, thank you very much for your time.
You're
We
welcome. You're
enjoyed
welcome.
this. We enjoyed this time. It was great having you. I
Thank
hope
you.
to have you again in the
Yeah.
future. And I really enjoyed this conversation, man. Thank you so much. And I'm going to let you go, but I want everyone to stay on because I got a few minutes that I want to ask you guys a favor. So thank you,
Okay.
Missy, and I'll
All
see
right,
you,
thank you.
and good night.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
You were great. Hey, everybody. Just want to say before I drop off, thank you for joining us. I really enjoyed this conversation. I hope you find some things to help you, get healthy, stay healthy, get stronger. Because right now, there's a lot of people going through some very stressful times right now, and we need to take care of our health if we want to be able to deal with all these stresses. 1 minute is this, and the next minute is that, and just all type of stuff. So stay healthy, stay strong, continue to uplift one another while you're at home. Zoom people, reach out to people, talk to people, post positive things. Just continue doing it. Be on your podcast and just continue uplifting, humanity, not just one group or certain population. Just uplift everyone. And so on that note, I just want to have one request. Go to my YouTube site. Go ahead and comment and like, and I will be giving away a free Think and Grow Rich book to the person that writes the best comment that's relevant to what I talked about in the video. All right. So go to that YouTube channel. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye. Hey, I know that was kind of heavy, but if you want to see more leadership tips like this that could take your leadership to the next level, click on this video right here, right next to me. I think you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.